Hi there, this is Yoshie and this is B. And if you're tired of getting hurt in a relationship or afraid of picking the wrong partner or losing confidence in yourself because of your past hurtful relationship, then you're going to love this episode, right, B? Because I'm going to share with you the number one mistake you must avoid soon after a breakup so that you can ensure to attract the one that honors you and is committed to you. So stay tuned. So the number one mistake you must avoid right after a painful breakup is get into a relationship right away. And after a painful breakup, obviously most people will feel down and feel sad and need lots of love and support. And during this period, you become extremely vulnerable. And when you meet someone at this particular stage in your life when you're feeling down and vulnerable, and if you decide to engage and connect with that person and decide to invite that person into your life, you will end up recreating the same or similar hurtful situations you experienced in the past. So let me explain. When you are feeling vulnerable, and most people's what I call trust gauge, your ability to listen and trust your inner knowingness that tells you that what is good for you and what is not good for you becomes slightly off. Instead of really tuning into your inner guidance, you tend to react without consulting your wise self inside. So even though your wise self, your trust gauge, is sending you warning signs, many warning signs, letting you know that he or she is not the right one for you, you tend to ignore the signs and engage with the wrong person and invite that person into your life, which will almost guarantee that you'll create painful experiences again. And it's very common that soon after a breakup that you attract an individual who has also just gone through a breakup or is going through a breakup. And it's because like attracts like energies are attracted to one another. So you too will be entering into a relationship at a low point in your life, and your energy will be vibrating at a lower frequency instead of at a higher level of frequency or high level of connection or higher awareness. And I can assure you though that even if you decide to engage with unknowingly the wrong person, in the beginning you'll both feel what seems like a sacred connection, a strong intensity of connection which feels like you two have the perfect chemistry and which makes you feel like you have found the right one, even though you may be or you are with the one that will end up creating together another miserable, painful relationship. And the reason for this fatal attraction is that you two are a perfect match in terms of vibrational frequencies. You're in a low vibrational frequency, and the new partner is also in a low vibrational frequency. And when similar energies come together, you feel intense connection, and that intensity can fool you into believing that you have found the one, thinking that this person will honor you and will be committed to you. And you too will most likely comfort each other to relieve pain and anger from the previous respective relationship. That will be the point of focus, and you feel supported and loved and understood. But what's going to take place is that the sooner or later, healing will begin. And when you start going through a healing process from a previous hurtful breakup at a much higher speed than your partner will be left behind. And it's because your energy will be elevated as you go through a healing process. And this will create a huge vibrational gap, which will create a vibrational mismatch. Just imagine a yin-yang symbol, two energies united beautifully to create a circle. And when there is a vibrational mismatch, it will create an illusion of separation, and they're no longer united. And one will inevitably start feeling threatened and insecure, which makes it difficult for you to trust one another, which will unfortunately create the feelings of jealousy, either you or new partner, and will become controlling or start lying or start cheating. And a vibrational mismatch means a vibrational gap, which will create fear, which will create all sorts of dramas in a relationship. And instead of jumping into a higher stage of relationship, in the relationship chakras, which I'll be sharing with you in my upcoming webinar, which is really important, and you end up trapped in a broken relationship template that many people go through again and again. And this is very critical. We must realize that beginning is so important, because your intention sets the tone of your future reality and your relationship. You plant the seeds of tomatoes and you just cannot expect to harvest beautiful sunflowers, right? And if you want to create a sacred relationship, you must enter into a relationship from a higher place of awareness and vibration. And when you enter into a relationship at a low point in your life, you'll end up creating a relationship that is at low vibrational frequency, which means pain and dramas. The best thing to do is to go through healing, where you release your past hurt and transform your negative beliefs in your subconscious mind that attracted and created in your past painful relationship into empowering beliefs, and learn to elevate your energy and learn to be in your own power, which means not depending on someone else to fulfill you or make you feel complete. Then you enter into a relationship. And what's going to happen for you is that you will enter into a relationship at a higher stage of relationship chakras, which will prevent you from experiencing painful dramas. And plus, you're fine-tuned with your trust gauge. And when you master your trust gauge, which tells you what's good for you and what's not good for you, and even if a wrong person enters into your life, you learn right away not to engage with that person, not to invite that person into your life, because your whole being will let you know the truth. And you'll be in the perfect place to be able to listen to and receive your inner guidance. But let's face it, even when we do our best to keep our energy elevated all the time and have installed positive beliefs within us, there are times when we feel down, and that's absolutely normal. But when we're feeling low, we can create an opening for people who are very hurtful or not very nice to enter into our life. And we cannot avoid it, and simply because we need to experience contrast in our lives so that we can create and continue to create. And what I mean by this is that we are creative beings and we are creative spirits. And in order for us to continue to be creative, we need to experience contrast, meaning something opposite of what we want, so that we can get clear about what we do not want and redefine what we want and create what we truly desire. And if everything is always perfect and always the same, and there will not be any desire within us to want to create something which goes against our creative nature. So your past painful breakup is a contrasting experience that you can use to help you redefine the kind of relationship you truly desire to experience. And when you know what you do not want, then you can know what you want by simply flipping the negative into positive, which will give you clarity and a desire to move forward into the direction that is in alignment with your heart desire. Every experience we have in our life can be turned into a step to up-level our awareness and become fully conscious of your creative power and the sacredness within you. So do not settle for less. And do not jump into a relationship without healing the past. And you can have a sacred relationship. You definitely can. And what does a sacred relationship mean? The sacred relationship means S-A-C-R-E-D, the relationship that is special, and you can A, admire each other, and C, each of you is committed to the relationship, and R, the relationship that is rewarding, and E, the relationship is effortless, and D, the relationship is divine. And you can attract a sacred relationship, and you totally deserve it. I want to let you know that I'll be doing a free webinar, Sacred Attraction in 30 days, and call in the one, and you can sign up for the webinar from the link below. And if you like this episode, please be sure to press a thumbs up, and I appreciate your positive energy, as always. And let's stay committed to living the life that honors us.